What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that everybody's having a lovely Friday night. So, the judge has ordered rapper The Game to sell his Calabasas mansion to pay his SA accuser. So, the hated or loved rapper was ordered to pay more than $7 million to Priscilla Rainey, who accused him of SA in 2015. Rapper Jason Terrell Taylor, they got his whole government, y'all, middle name and all, better known by his stage name as The Game, has been ordered to sell his multi-million-dollar Southern California mansion to pay back a woman who accused him of SA in 2015. Taylor, who's 45 years old, was sued by Priscilla Rainey, who alleged that the rapper inappropriately touched her during the production of his VH1 reality series She's Got Game, on which she was a contestant. Now, just a side note, I never even heard of that show, and I used to watch VH1 all the time. So I'm guessing that it wasn't too popular. I don't know. Maybe I was just out the loop, but this is a mess because 2015, that was a decade ago. Wow. I'm telling you, like these dominoes are just falling all around this Diddy trial. They are falling, just branching out every which way. The hated or loved rapper denied the allegations but failed to appear in court for his 2016 trial or any related hearings, leading to a default judgment. Listen, just a side note, I don't know why people skip court. I really don't. Because if that's one thing that I've seen celebrities show up for, well, the celebrities that have sense, right? Like, ASAP Rocky and even Rihanna, was there by his side. Jonathan Majors when he was going through all that mess, and Megan Good showed up for him. But court is the one thing that you have to show up for. Like The Game, I mean, sir, yeah, he's famous and he's a rapper, but in my opinion, he's like a D-list rapper. Like when you think about, a famous rapper, The Game is not typically on people's mind. He's not the top. Like he's not Nas or Jay Z, or you know what I mean. So for him to just completely flake on court, that's not smart. Let me keep going. Priscilla Rainey was awarded $1.13 million in compensatory damages for the alleged assault, and then an additional $6 million in punitive damages. Following the years of Taylor failing to make payment, a judge approved of Rainey's request that the West Coast rapper sell his Calabasas home in order to help finance the more than $7 million judgment she was awarded. So, on top of him not showing up to court and thumbing his nose at the law and at court, which I'm surprised they didn't, put a warrant out for your arrest, because if you miss court, they can absolutely do that. But now, Jason, at 45 years old, you are homeless, sir, and he just had a baby with Evelyn Lozada's daughter. Like, sir, your baby needs needs a roof over his head. Like, you are a father out here, and that's not his first child. I need him to do better. Let's keep going. Taylor fought back against the ruling, insisting that because his home is his primary residence, is protected under California's homestead exemption. The court, however, found that Taylor, quote, does not have a qualifying interest in the property that would allow him to claim a homestead exemption, the filing added. Therefore, the court does not reach the question of whether Taylor has met his burden of proof that he has continuously resided at the property. See, the judge was like, I can be as petty as you are, okay? Like, listen, listen, you can't skip court, basically thumb your nose at the judge, and then expect to be, you know what I mean? Like, you think that you're above the law, but then at the same token, be expected to be protected by the law. It doesn't work like that, sir. They're not going to grant you that protection if you fail to show up. When you get a summons, a lawsuit, or whatever the case may be, you have to show up. Otherwise, it's going to be a default judgment. Now, see, if you would have, shown up and, brought an attorney with you because you do have the means, you live in a $7 million home, you have the means to do so, then you could have fought this in court and you could have kept your home. But instead, you completely flaked out, did not show up. And now, after she was awarded the $7 million, you didn't even make a payment on it. You're not even making an effort. So, of course, the judge is going to be like, if you're not making an effort on your end, why would you expect to be protected by the California law on their end? That doesn't make that make sense. It's illogical, Jason. The 4-bed, 5-bath property is currently valued at $4,900,800, according to Zillow. It's described as a gated 2+ acre estate with views of the canyon and Santa Monica Mountains. It also comes with a casita and its own private tennis court. There's a picture of it right there on the right. It's a beautiful property. Unfortunately, it's not going to be in your possession much longer. When Rainey first came forward with the accusations, Taylor vehemently denied them on social media, writing, quote, "Don't be fooled by these accusations or the dollar amount in the headlines, because I put that on my favorite auntie's poodle. This broad ain't getting ish," end quote. I'm only laughing because I feel like I didn't think it could get any worse by him just not, going to court, ducking and dodging the court, or not making a payment. But you gonna write on social media that you put $7 million on your auntie's poodle? Who is your auntie's poodle? A descendant of like Lassie or I don't even know, whatever famous dog, Beethoven or whatever, like, because it's not too many dogs out here pulling $7 million or worth $7 million. Sir, what? And then you're gonna say she's not gonna get anything after you were ordered to pay her? Okay. He says, every girl on that show will tell you I never touched this chick or ever desired to be anywhere near her. She got kicked off the show, and as a result, she filed this lame lawsuit, which was probably her intentions before the show was even started. Then that's why you fight it in court, game. Like, your name is the game, but you're not playing it very well, because if somebody sues you and you're saying that this was, premeditated or her intention before she even came on the show, then you hire, a private investigator, or you get your attorneys to do discovery and find that out. Have those girls that you're talking about, the other contestants on the show, subpoena them as witnesses. There is a way that you can play this out where it works in your favor, but you didn't even show up to court. Like, you just completely flaked out. You can't ignore the court and think that you're not going to be held liable. Actually, in your case and in many other cases, the reverse is true. If you don't show up, then that shows the court that you're apathetic, and they're going to give a default judgment to the person who's suing you. You could have saved your home if you would have just made some effort and would have tried, or you could have, cleared your name. Listen, ASAP Rocky is out free. He was at the Met Gala with Rihanna. He's with his family right now. He was on court not too long ago. It's not that difficult, but you have to make an effort. You can't just completely think that just because you're writing things on social media about your auntie's poodle, that's going to make it go away. No. And you got a newborn. That's crazy. He says people out here dying from the Rona and blogs out here creating false narratives for this Waffle House roach who's doing anything her thirsty egg can to try to take money from me. He wrote, "I'm enjoying retirement. Y'all been saying she got 7 million for 7 years, and here I am laid up, tipsy off my 5th quarantine, watching Tiger King. I'm sorry. I didn't expect the Tiger King. Shout out to Tiger King. Yo, like 2020. I'm laughing because I was watching Tiger King too. Shout out to Tiger King. You want to talk about messy? That was a mess. I was watching Bridgerton and Tiger King. Yo, 2020 was so wild. But anyway, going back to the game. Jay Sean, listen, sir, you're over here talking about every girl on the show can vouch for you. You needed to put that in a court filing and subpoena those ladies as witnesses. And even if they didn't try to show up, oftentimes your lawyer can, call them as a hostile witness or, force them to testify if that's the case may be. I don't know. I'm not an attorney, but listen, just showing up is half the battle. If you really wanted this court to take you seriously, you're over here bragging about watching Tiger King and you're talking about how you're not going to pay her anything. Well, now you're homeless, essentially. Because please believe, like, this is not the time, with everything going on in the, current administration, this is not the time for you to be thumbing your nose up and not having your T's crossed and your I's dotted. This is not it. 2025, like, not only is it the year of exposure, but I feel like everybody connected either to Diddy, and it doesn't have to be directly, it can be indirectly. Everybody connected to Diddy. If you're in entertainment, if you are, somebody who is in the rap game, whatever the case may be, right? I won't say you have a target on your back, but I will say that you need to move strategically, right? Like Jay-Z, okay? He was targeted by Tony Busby, and Jay-Z took the legal route because that's what a strategist does. You're over here writing on social media, talking about your auntie's poodle. That's not moving smart at all. Your rap name is The Game, but you're not playing it well at all to your advantage. And now you essentially lost your home. You can't just opt out of playing the game. It's the game of life. And you have a newborn that you have to take care of. That's ridiculous. Anyway, you guys, let me know your thoughts about Jay Sean writing, talking about he enjoying retirement. Y'all been saying she got 7 million for 7 years. And here I am laid up tipsy off my 5th quarantine watching Tiger King. Listen, sir, one, that is just a fool and his money are just soon departed. I don't know what to say. That's not smart at all, right? It's foolish. If you have essentially, ducked and dodged payment for 7 years, you writing this on social media can be used against you in court in this lawsuit. Like, I'm sure that's probably the reason why the punitive damages, one of the reasons why they're collecting right now and going after your assets is because they're seeing that you are writing a written statement that you're not going to produce any type of cash payment. So now they're going to garnish your assets. And now you're essentially homeless. That's crazy. You guys, let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.